Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with the Eminence in Shadow, episode number 16 reaction. Alright, the previous episode we met a new character, not a new character but a new persona, a new disguise of Sid. This person is called Average Youngsman or Mundane Man, whichever you prefer. And this guy, which is obviously Sid has decided this is the perfect time to go in as a mob character, and obviously he's going to hide his power at the beginning, and then little by little as he goes more into the bushing festival, he's going to defeat everyone, keep defeating them, and everyone will be like, oh my god, this guy is the the dark horse or something like that, that type of thing he wants to do. And this is the perfect opportunity to do that, and he's going to do that. Obviously he's going to not use his original identity to do that, so he took a new identity, took the help of Gamma, and yeah, this new person, Mundane Man or Average Youngsman, whatever you call him. And he is just underneath his eyes like black bags. Then he's kind of just kind of crouched, just moving like a very just powerless type of way, doesn't have any power, like that way he's walking. And it's completely whoever's looking at him is just thinking like, he's very weak. So we meet a few characters in the episode. We meet, I forgot the girl's name, Anne Rosa. Yeah, I think that was the name. I think that was her name. We met that girl, and she became the person who was able to kind of see through Sid's power. And Sid is like, yeah, you know what? This is good. This is how it should go. There should be at least one person who kind of feels this doubt that, oh, is this person really weak? That type of thing. And he's just having fun, while later on he meets Rose, and Rose tells him something. He tells her that Perv Assad is coming, and he's her fiance. Not only that, Rose also tells Sid to have faith in him, in her, whatever happens, and then leaves. Later on, there's news that Rose has stabbed Perv Assad and run away. So obviously I'm guessing that was related to this. That is why Rose told Sid to believe in her, whatever happens, and something must be going on. Let's see what happens in this episode. Oh, we also met that one guy, I forgot his name, that flashy guy. So yeah, all that stuff. Let's see what happens this episode number 16. So yeah, and one thing I should say before I begin, there's like 4 episodes left. I'll be doing them in full timer, form. No upper portion of the video will be shown, unfortunately. My channel kind of got in a little bit of trouble with the copyright strike and stuff, so I'm not taking any risk unless and until that trouble goes away. And that is why I won't show the upper portion, only the subtitles will be shown. So yeah, please bear with me. Right, let us get started. So I'll be putting the subtitle and the timer here, sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Internally as a purely domestic matter. Ah. Hmm. Oh, that's why. Second son. Or Vasat. Yeah, that's true. Oh boy. So did she actually stab him, or was that like a fake news? That's what I'm curious about. Because they could easily try to frame her, like maybe she didn't stab him, and maybe they got into like a argument or something. and they didn't like it. That's why they were like, oh, we're going to frame you for this or whatever. I don't know, anything could have happened here. Let's see. Okay, unseen intentions. She wanted to avoid the. Yeah, like, okay, okay. But obviously, Alexia won't. Hmm. Uh, oh boy. Yeah? Yeah, she knows. Oh my god. Oh boy. Yeah, they made that oath or. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, obviously. Like. Well, I wonder how. Ah! Wow! Yeah, that is true. Like, this is something that I feel like a lot of things are going on in the background. This to have made it also. Okay. Several instances of. Oh yeah, the possession. That was the thing that went we saw in the previous episode. All right, the tournament. The name. Suspected of eloping. Wow, these media. Great. This guy is just. Oh my god, this guy's just. Yes. He's gone. Whenever he talks about fun, he's just gone. Wait, who's this? Is is that Sita? No, who's that? No, someone else. That's Inferno. Wait, who's this? A new character? Okay, any. She's my late sister's daughter. Can you please show your face properly? She looks like Zeta, kind of. No, Alpha? Alpha or Zeta? Alpha. Oh, she realized he's lying. I feel like she realized he's lying. Oh my god, he's like, yep. I know what's going to happen now. She's gonna stop right in time. Ooh! I knew it! Well, you're not fooling anyone. If she's an actual master of the sword, she would realize you were. Oh no, wait, she didn't. Oh my god, he tricked her. Okay. Alright. Beatrix. Yeah. Well, about that. So she is her sister's daughter. So she is Olivier's sister? Is that what's. I don't know. Yeah, Olivier. No, wait a minute. This guy, what's his name? Quinton, yeah. Yeah. Mundane man. I love the fact that these guys are trying to figure him out, but he already knows what they're doing. Vigalter Seven Blade. Huh. Hmm. He's strong. Oh, she knows that. Yeah, obviously, because she wasn't able to catch it. Guess was wrong. Oh, that's what he thought. Hmm. Gold Eagle then. Really? Wait. Then he won? So she lost? Oh, so he. Yeah, I was thinking. So he never. Okay, that's a smart way to never lose, I guess. Ah, wow. So this is the first time he's gonna lose. That'll be funny. Oh boy. Which is kind of smart. Nice. Well, he's going to be wrong this time. So yeah. You'll see. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is also true. Why is he grabbing it like that? Okay, come on. What was that noise? Oh, he saw that happening. Wait, what happened? He just froze in shock. Just barely. Damn. So like twisted his neck. Like I said, that was the noise. Yeah. Well, yeah, these type of things are not usually coincidences. Yeah. Well, if you're too strong, then you can do it. Well, oh damn. Well, you are the one who lost that opportunity, my friend. I'm sorry. Well, this will be his first loss. Power 717. Alright, he's actually showing his power, which he never did before. Yeah? 430. Okay. Did he sneeze? He sneezed! He sneezed! Hey! Oh. Yeah? Well, he sneezed. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. It's too bright from him. Oh my god. Well, he's the one who lost it. Yeah. Ah. Oh my god. Girl, stop. Nah. How can she sneeze like that continuously? Yeah, well. Oh my god. Lord Asta. Wait, where is he? This is him? Lord Perv. Wait, didn't he get stabbed? Yeah. Oh wow. Convenient. Is that the king? Why is it like it looks like he's hypnotized or something? To him. Ooh. This guy looks like he's being hypnotized or something. Yeah, something's up. This guy's being controlled. Oh my god, who is this? He sneezed again. Oh, that was Quinton. Oh my god. Great. So Aneros will be in the finals or something, I'm guessing. Oh no, Princess Iris is here. There you go. 9-1. Potato. Funds. Yeah. Yeah. Well, about that. Oh, Anros is here waiting. She's like, can you please teach me how to sneeze properly? Yeah. The sneeze god. Oh. Alright, next time he won't sneeze, he'll just cough. He's like, yep. Oh my god, you. Typical. As expected. You should have done that in the main, tournament event in front of everyone. Like this, just. Yeah, I can sneeze. Look at this. Yes. Come on. What about your sneeze? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh lord. What the? This is Rose. Oh yeah, the people are trying to capture her. Oh boy. Well, this is a problem. Oh my god. Wow, this episode was something. All right, that is it. Yes. Oh boy. Okay, so this was a funny episode. All right, here we begin this episode with Delta and Alexia discussing about Rose's situation, and here they said that what was that part? Okay, they have sent word to the Midgard kingdom asking them not to interfere. Okay, I smell a rat, yes. Okay, Rose is not a foreign diplomat, she's an exchange student. As such, it would be more appropriate to judge her by Midgard law. But if that were to happen, it could have an adverse effect on relation between the two kingdoms. Okay, so that's what's obviously going on, and that is what is the whole situation with Princess Rose, like, running away. That's what's happening, and obviously Alexia and Delta are kind of looking into it. And here, okay, if she's arrested on charges of harming Perv Assad, she will naturally be given a harsh sentence. Okay, she's royalty, so they won't give her death penalty, but okay, she doesn't complete her sentence. And we see Rose running, in one of the like underground, like that place, and clutching her chest. Obviously, I think that was like an indication of her possession kind of increasing and her situation deteriorating. And Alexia is not happy about the fact that Rose did not confide in them, and and Delta is like, we should stop and let it happen for now, and see what goes on, because we don't know exactly what's going on, and whether it is true that she harmed him or not, or something else is going on. We don't know, so we should kind of wait. While Alexia is like, so you're saying that we should abandon her? And obviously Alexia gets pissed, and she's like, what the hell are you saying? Grabs her collar, and Delta is like, leave me alone. And Alexa gets even more pissed. She's like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you acting in front of me? Because she knows she not knows, she doesn't knows, but she kind of guessed what type of personality Delta has. And she's like, don't act like that in front of me. But obviously, she then sits down, and she's like, all right, whatever. What's pissing me off is that she never confided in us, and Then she goes to Delta and she's like, okay, what's that part? And she says like, we won't abandon her, neither would I abandon you. And Alexia says that, you understand that? And she's like, yeah, sure. I'll start my, like my research on the whole situation. And yeah, Alexia leaves, and Delta then tells one of the informants that give her more information. I think that's what she says. But okay, you can feed her a little more information on Pervashat and the Oriana royal family. And obviously, she thinks that by doing that, Alexia is going to stop to process the information and think, which will probably slow her down. I guess, but I'm not really sure if that's exactly how it's going to go, because Alexia seems like a type of person who is extremely, I would say, impulsive, and would do anything like, in a, I don't know, like an impulse. So I feel like feeding her more information is going to make her even more reckless. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe Delta is correct. Maybe she will actually kind of sit down and think about the information, try to process it, and it is going to take a little bit of time and kind of stall her for a moment. But the opposite could also happen. Like, I don't know. I feel like Alexia is that type of a person, who's very impulsive and quite rash. So anyways, now here Delta kind of says that we got information. Delta gets informed that they got information that she was running. Okay, where was the place that she was running? Just a minute, let me check. Just a minute. She appears to have made it through the sewers and into the underground ruins. Okay, and there's a complex series of tunnel and should be a perfect place to go into hiding. And Delta said keep continuing a lookout on her, and Delta kind of thinks that why was she clenching her chest, and it's because of the possession. That is why. She doesn't know about it, so I'm guessing she might be suspecting it though. Either way, that was that part. Next we go to the tournament, and in the newspaper, everything's like, the whole role situation has gone into complete chaotic situation. Media is just embellishing stuff now, like just saying like false stuff, like bringing up false narratives. They're saying like fiance stabbing fugitive Princess Rose suspected of eloping. Is this an illicit love affair? and Sid is like, wait, she had a boyfriend, and obviously Sid doesn't know about anything. He's just plain curious about the situation. Either way, while all of that is happening, he also thinks about a few other things. This part I wasn't able to pay proper concentration on anything that he was saying, because this guy Skell continuously is blabbering in the background and the subtitles were coming in. I need to read this part, what he was thinking about. Let me read this part, because I really did not process anything because of Skell just continuously speaking. Okay, I'll have to do the wait, what does Sid say that what he needs another? Okay, no, why is Sid? He says, although as a mooching background character, it does hurt me to lose a patron. Oh, I realize what he's saying. So he's saying that so according to him, he was just mooching off of her as a mob character. So to be a complete mob character, he needs someone else to mooch off now. Because otherwise, if he doesn't mooch off of someone, he won't be a mob character anymore. I think that's what he's saying, isn't he? Okay, let's read the next part. I'll have to do the usual background character thing and wander around town in search of a new patron. Wow. And he's like, no, bad idea. If I do that, I turn into a street pickup artist. Wait a minute. My real focus right now should not be background character behavior. As long as there's an important event scenes going on, what's needed for me is my eminence in shadow routine. Okay, there you go. That was what he was talking about. I was not able to pay any concentration in this situation because Skell was continuously screaming in the background, and as soon as Sid comes up with that idea, and he's like, "Yep, I'm going to do that." He just leaves, and Skell is like, "Oh, what about the funds?" But he's gone again. All right. So he's walking away and meets like a elf lady, and she's like, "Oh, I smell like an elf on you," and she says, "Do you know an elf?" And he's like, "No, I don't know." And she says, "She looks a lot like me. She's my late sister's daughter." Late sister's daughter. So aunt. Yeah. Now here's the thing, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I am probably wrong. I was going to say, wasn't Olivia her mother? But no, Olivia was her ancestor, not necessarily mother. They never mentioned anything of Olivia being Alpha's mother. It was just hinted that Olivia was Alpha's ancestor, isn't it? Like, obviously, ancestor not doesn't equal to mother. It could be anyone, your grandma, your great great grandma, whatever. So yeah, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. She's not, Olivia is not her mother. I'm guessing she's her ancestor. So this girl says that I'm her late sister's, no, I'm a late mother's sister. Yeah, that's what she said. I'm her late mother's sister. So she's Alpha's aunt. Now, I don't know why, but I thought this was Zeta's relative, because Zeta also kind of looks like that. But then I realized that Zeta is not an elf. Zeta is has, I think, wolf ears or dog ears, something like that. So she, her appearance kind of her whitish kind of hair kind of reminded me of Zeta. But then I realized no, Zeta's not an elf. So yeah, that's not Zeta's sister or something. That's Alpha's relative. There you go. So okay, now Sid kind of looks at her side. Sid is like, "Oh, I cannot see your face, show me your face and maybe I'll be able to say." And she takes off her hood and we see her, and yeah, she is an elf, obviously. And as soon as he sees her, Sid realizes who this person is. And he's like as soon as he saw her, his mind went to Alpha, and he's like, "Oh no, it's not ringing any bells." And obviously the way he said that, and with the little smile, she thought that he's lying. So to call his bluff, she decided to test him by using her sword. And obviously I feel like this was a correct decision for Sid to do here, that is, act that he was scared. Obviously he did that just because he wanted to be a mob character, but because he did that, because he could have easily stopped that sword. He could have probably stopped that sword and, I don't know, just move away from that, because that's how he does stuff. He's so fast. So he, the whole time was moving, just stopped at that moment, and he was like, "All right, let me think. I can easily get out of this, but I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to act like a mob character." So he, because of his usual way he does stuff, he acted as a mob character, which not only helped keep his mob character background, but also made the girl think that she was mistaken, because she thought that he's a stronger person or something, and he's lying or something. So seeing Sid act like that, she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was mistaken." I actually thought that she was going to catch on to the fact that he's acting, because here's the thing, the way he acted here was kind of suspicious. Just a minute, let me go back to that scene. Sid is like, she's going to just stop in time. The sword comes here and he says, "I'll be a good mob background character," and falls like this, and I feel like the way he moved in that moment, falling down, I feel like him doing that would probably make the girl realize that he was deliberately acting as someone who's powerless. I don't know why, but I thought that's going to happen. However, she did not realize. She actually did not realize, and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think that you will be this weak." So, all right, my bad. I was thinking that he was going to get caught this time or something, but no, he didn't get caught. So, she kind of puts her hand and she's like, "Oh, like, I'm sorry. Like, what's your name?" And he's like, "I'm Sid Kageno," and she says, My name is Beatrix." And then she says that, "Oh, you have nice hands. You'll be strong in the future." And I'm like, "Yeah, right." she properly did the assessment. That is true. She did say that you're going to get stronger, but she made the mistake of thinking that he's not strong and he's just faking it. She thought that, oh, he seems weak now, but his hand seems properly, like he'll be strong later on. But there you go. Oh boy. And then she leaves. So okay. And Sid says, "I guess she's pretty strong." All right, anyways, now next we get to see Aneros. This part was hilarious. Aneros is watching the whole thing. What was his name? I always forget his name. P something with P. Oh god, Pixton? Quinton. Sorry, I'm sorry. Why did I say Pixton? Quinton. Anyway, oh boy. So Quinton, yeah, Quinton comes in and Quinton is asking her that, "Oh, what do you think about Mundane Man? Like this guy previous day, I did not see the match, but I kind of like he seems like he's hiding something, doesn't he?" And Anu's also kind of talks about her suspicions, and she says that, "I wasn't able to see what the hell went on there, but I did see his hand kind of moving a little bit. So I don't know what he did exactly, but he did something." Now, Quinton thought that he's actually using an artifact, and Androsa was like, "Yeah, you might be right, who knows. But let's see, let's watch this match and see if we can realize what the hell is going on." And because this time, Gilded Goldie, or whatever the hell his name is, I can't remember. I remember the Goldie part, so I'm going to call him Goldie. So Goldie is going to come, and he is the type of person who has never lost a match. And Anero says that he also came to fight against her. So Quentin is like, "Wait a minute, he never lost a match. He fought against you. You lost against him?" Anero is like, "What the hell? Nah, obviously not. He always fights people who he realizes that is weaker than him. So that is how he keeps a clean record. Any person who he thinks that is stronger than him, he just forfeits. So I guess that's a good way of keeping a record clean, by just not fighting anyone who is stronger than you. And that is the thing about this guy. He's able to very properly gauge the strength of the other person, and that is the impressive thing about him. And that is why he always is correct about the people he fights. I mean, the people he fights are always very weaker than him, and that is also the reason why he never showed his true strength. Because if the other person is weaker than you won't ever have to fight with a full strength. So that is why Aneros is saying that we might actually get to see, if Mundane Man is really the person we think he is, we might actually get to see Goldie's actual power in today's fight. So let's see now. Here both of them come in face to face. I love how Goldie is this just completely what was that word, confident, yeah, overconfident. And he's like, "Yup, you are merely a person who has like a average power of 33 or something like that," I think he said. "So I'm easily going to beat you, and let's go." And he goes, attacks him, and Mundane Man just breaks his neck, kind of cracks his neck, and dodges the thing. And he got Goldie got what's that word, like a premonition of him attacking him and defeating him. Blood is going to come out, like that bloodlust or whatever you call it. He saw that, and he just jumped back. And he's like, "Oh my god, what the hell is going on?" Now, this is the thing. He was too prideful of his, what's that word? gouging ability. He was too prideful in that. He thought that, oh boy, this guy is weak. I saw him, I thought, like, and I've determined that he's weak. So in no way is that going to be, that guy is going to defeat me. That's why he was so prideful of it that he was completely lost his mind, and he was like, yeah, like, in no way this guy is going to be able to beat me. And he talks about how this was your final chance, you could have run away here, now I'm going to show my original power. And I'm like, dude, this was your final chance. You could have just said that I forfeit and just leave. So that is the thing, like, his own pride brought his own demise. He still could have kept his clean record if he just said that, oh, you know what, I'm not feeling well, need to go to the toilet for a bit, so yeah, like, ate something bad yesterday, so I'm not feeling well, I forfeit, and just leave. He could have just done that. He could have kept a clean record, but obviously his pride blinded him. He thought that in no way was his ability to see the other person's, like, power or whatever, to gauge the other person's ability, in no way will that be incorrect. And he was so prideful of that he just didn't realize that maybe Sid is powerful. So there you go, it never crossed his mind. So he's just like, and now I love the fact that how Quinton and Anya Rose is trying to see what the hell is going on, and Quinton is like, did you see that? And Anya's like, yeah, barely, I saw what he did, he just cracked his neck. Obviously Quinton is like, what the hell are you saying, cracked his neck? So you'd say that this is a coincidence? And Anya Rose is like, yeah, I'm not sure if this is a coincidence, but like, do you think a normal human could do such a thing? Like, that's the thing, if a coincidence like this happens, that's not a coincidence, that's that's a red flag, like, who does this? Who cracks his neck and dodges a blade? No one does that. So this is obviously the first red flag that Quinton should have seen, and probably just forfeited then and there. But obviously Quinton doesn't believe her. Quinton is like, obviously this is not impossible, this is impossible, how could something like that happen, like, how can some coincidence like this happen? And yeah, perfectly normal response. Obviously anyone with a sane mind would think like this, like, how could someone dodge a blade by just cracking their neck at that moment, at that time, coincidentally? So there you go. So while they're having this heated discussion of whether this is a coincidence or not, this guy, like I said, his pride went to his head, and he's like, oh, like, you no way will you be able to defeat me, I gave you a last chance and you blew it. So like, he just keeps talking about, okay, you know what, I'm going to read this part. He gives like a huge speech over here. He says, I don't like you, you just let a 1 in a million chance get away from you. How can you stand there like you don't care? You will only have one opportunity in your entire life to potentially beat me, and you just lost yours. Show some disappointment, show some remorse, get on the ground and write like the miserable worm you are. Anything else would be blasphemy against me. Wow, damn, he just said that in one breath. That's a talent. And then he says, what is it possible you don't realize that you gave up your golden opportunity? A puny weakling of power 17 thinks he can humiliate me. Oh boy. And he says, I'll bury you. Now this part was the funniest part. He actually unleashed his full power, and that, like, bright thing that he did. So here's the thing. I've heard that this is a thing. I'm not exactly sure. People say that when people see bright stuff, they sneeze. Is that like an actual thing? Because I've heard this in anime before, in 1 or 2 animes, where they said that when you look at something bright, you sneeze. I don't know, like, personal experience, that never happened to me, so I'm not exactly sure if that's a thing, but I've heard people say that. So that is exactly what happens here, which Aniros explains later. Later on. I was thinking, what is Sid going to do here? And Goldie says my battle power is 4330, and he goes towards him and he sneezes. The sneeze completely blew out everything, all the aura and everything is just gone. And he started just spinning and just got hit in the side of the tournament ring and got defeated. This one was probably the funniest. Ah, imagine sneezing and winning. Okay, now obviously Quinton wasn't able to see what the hell happened. So here, Quinton asks Aneros, how did he lose? And where's that part where Aneros says this? Here we go. Maybe the golden dragon was too bright for him. There you go. This is the word. Like I said. So is this an actual thing? If you see something bright, do you sneeze? I've heard this multiple times in anime. I don't know. I'm not really sure about that. Like, at least for me, that never happened. So maybe that's actually a thing. I'm not exactly sure. But that is Aneros's explanation. He says like because he saw something that bright, he sneezed, and Mundane sneezed, and at the same time his sword swung down. Goldie charged into it, and it was an accidental crash. Now obviously Quinton is like, wait, that's insane. The dragon clashed with a sneeze and the sneeze won. Oh my god. Okay, so this part, they're like making like whole theories about this whole thing. And Aniro says that is what happened. Goldie said Mundane lost a 1 in a million opportunity. But Mundane never had any need to wait for Goldie to give him an opening. Okay, it's almost like to Mundane every fraction of every second was an opening. I don't know how she's coming up with all of these explanations, but honestly speaking, she's actually right, you know? Like in some way she's coming up with this explanation and she's actually right. She's right on the money. And obviously Quinton is not believing her. Quinton is like, I don't believe you. Like, I'm going to show you tomorrow, like, what happens. And, you know, like my power and all that stuff. And Anders is like, wait a minute. He did that. Can I also do that? And, you know, when you see something cool happening in front of you and you try to imitate it, you know, that happened to anyone? I'm pretty sure that happened to at least a few, at least when we were like, you know, teenagers, children, you know, like something happens school in the television, some kind of secret technique, you know, like some anime character busts out a secret technique and you try to do that on your own. She tried to do that. She's like, all right, let me try. She does this, the neck break cracking thing, and starts sneezing, doing it again and again. Everyone's looking at her. And she's like, wait. She realizes what's going on, and then she's like, oh no. Cringe. Let's move. Oh, this part was hilarious. Oh my god. Alright, next we get to meet this guy. Perv asshat. I was not expecting him to look like this. Truly, his name is Perv asshat. I thought he would be some kind of a, I don't know, like a short, I don't know, like a person with a very bloated ego, just, you know, like just with a, like, you know, just sitting down, like, I'm not sure, but something that was like the personification in my head that I had of this guy because of the name Perv asshat. This guy, he's a decently good looking person with just, you know, like and I'm like, what the hell? You know why that happened? I remember in Mushoku Tensei there was another character, I forgot that guy's name, that one kid in season 2. That guy comes like who's also like the king of, not king, but like the potential king of like I forgot everything of season 3. I need to rewatch it again. You know, where who caught Rudy, like who Roxy was, you know, like yeah, Roxy was her his teacher, I remember, and Roxy ran away, and then like Rudy gets trapped in his trap. So that guy, I thought he would be someone like him, like a little kid or something who's extremely I don't know, like egotistical, extremely just, I don't know, like prideful or something, bloated pride, bloated ego. That type of character I thought he would be. I thought he would be a kid or something. No, this guy's he's, wait, his voice, is this Kotomi Nakira's voice? Just a minute. Let me hear her voice again. Yep, it's Kotomi Nakira. Oh my god. I was no way expecting him to look like this. I actually thought he was a kid. I don't know why, but oh god. Like not kid, but at least like the teenager, like at like Rose's age or something. This guy's a adult or whatever. But anyways, I was not expecting this guy to be Perv Asshat with a name like that. Good lord. And I love how he says like Princess Iris, call me Lord Perv. But Rose doesn't listen. Rose is like, all right, do Ketsu Hatta. And okay, so it took me a while. Like at first, this part came in layers of realization. At first, I was not believing my eyes. I'm like, wait a minute, this guy's Perv asshat. It took me a while to realize that fact and kind of kind of accept it. Then I was like, wait a minute, didn't this guy get stabbed? What the hell is he doing here just standing? Oh boy. And Princess Iris is like, are you sure you don't need any security, extra security? And he's like, oh no, of course not. It's not as if anything happened that would cause an unusual stir. And I'm like, wait a minute, what about Rose stabbing him? I just asked that question. She says, your condition appears to be much different than what I was told in the reports. Oh my god, in the report there's a little picture of him bandaged, and oh my god. And he says, yeah, the story seems to have been exaggerated. Oh my god. And then he says that you Midgardians are all so prone to worrying. Perhaps we can blame that on Princess Alexia's kidnapping. I understand you personally want to rescue. Wait, what? Just a minute. I need to read this part. Okay, is this like some kind of a wrong subtitles? He says that I understand you personally went to rescue of your dear delicate younger sister. Oh no, that's what he says. Okay. So he's saying that, oh, you went to save your sister. I understand that. That's truly admirable. Our kingdom intends to follow your example. We will solve family problems within the family. And so they don't want to go like the whole thing where they're trying to find out Rose and take her in. They don't want any of that. They're like, we're going to solve this in our own way. You don't have to worry about anything. That was a little bit like that the thing that she stabbed me. That's a little bit embellished news. They went a little bit too far with their imagination. I don't have any problem. Everything is fine. No, we'll do this on our own. This is a family matter. So that's what he's saying basically. And the king is also like, do as Perv Asshat says. And I'm pretty sure 100% that this guy is being controlled. He's either brainwashed or he's being controlled by Perv Asshat. Like his eyes is also like frothing from his mouth. I'm like, yeah, this guy's completely gone. So basically he's a puppet, that king. And Perv Asshat is just controlling him or something. And he says that negotiations within the court and reconstruction of the knightly order. Okay, I understand your anxiety, your highness. But please put your mind to ease. Our kingdom will do nothing to trouble your pretty little head, Princess Iris. Isn't that right, your majesty? And he's saying the same thing. Do as Perv Asshat says. Great. Alright, so again we see a similar situation with Princess Iris is powerless to do anything. Like, what a shame. From the beginning of this anime, every time Like in every moment we see some way or the other Princess Iris getting obstructed by, like rules, regulations, duty, these type of things, to do the actual right thing. Like that's the situation. Like since she's like the leader of the place, like she is not able to do anything blatantly, and she cannot, like, her image and everything is there. She cannot take some rash decisions. So every time, even if she realizes that this thing that is happening is wrong or incorrect, she can do nothing. She's just sitting. And that is exactly why we need an Eminence in shadow. You see, that is exactly we need Sid. And that is exactly what Sid does. These type of situations where the leader of the place won't be able to do anything, he's going to work. And I feel like instead of Iris trying to hunt him down, Iris should hire him. She would be like, you know what, you want to be an Eminence in shadow, you continue being an Eminence in shadow, just work under me. But I feel like Sid won't do that. But yeah, I feel like Sid would probably just refuse the offer. He'd be like, no, like Eminence in shadow doesn't do that. They don't work under anyone. They're this lone wolf mob character. Like, this type of personality they have. Like, so sorry, I won't be able to take your offer. So, but yeah, like, yeah, I feel like instead of trying to hunt him down, she should work together with him. Like, this is the situation. She cannot do anything in these type of situations because she's like the leader of a place, and she wants to do something but she cannot. So yeah, who do you need in these type of situations? An Eminence in shadow. So there you go. All right, next we see, I love the fact that they don't even show Quinton's battle. They just show him defeated. Like, I was actually confused here. I was like, did they really not show his battle? Like, at first I was like, who is this guy? I was thinking, is it Quinton? But then I was like, obviously not, because yeah, they would at least, I'm pretty sure they would at least show Quinton's battle. They wouldn't be this, this disrespectful towards him after he said so many things. They actually did that. They did not show Quinton's battle at all. They just showed him being defeated. After him saying so many things that, oh, like, I won't lose like that, this and that. Off-camera battle. That's what happened. And I'm like, good God. All right, so he leaves, and Sid lives. And everyone's talking about what's going to happen. Like, Aneros is still there, Princess Iris is also there, so who's going to win, this and that, while Skell doesn't have his battle funds, or gambling funds, whatever you call it, and he's writing a letter to Poe. I love how Sid is saying that, wait a minute, I did remember the guy who came to fight me, but kind of in my memory, but I can't exactly recall where I saw him. He was overly enthusiastic, but oh well, And then Aneros comes in, and Aneros is like, oh, I misjudged you, I didn't, I realized your actual strength. And Sid is so happy. Sid is like, she's like, I've seen all your moves. You better not assume you can win in the same way you've always been. And obviously Sid is happy because this is exactly going as he's planned, One person will be there who can kind of gauge and understand his power. That person would be like, oh, I know your actual power. You're hiding something, And like, just like, this is just how anime and manga goes, And he's like, yep, this is just how an Eminence in shadow should be. And obviously, since his plan is working perfectly, he's very happy. He's just smiling and leaving. And Rose is like, why are you smiling? What is so funny? While Sid in his head like, yep, here it is. And he says like, allow me to give you a warning. This part, he opens up the weights that he was wearing, throws him in the ground. Oh boy, and he's like, these weights are chains that hold me back. Full on Chuni mode he's going in. It's like, playtime is over. Just throws the other one. And obviously Aneros is like, I cannot just keep sitting down and just let him go. I have my own tricks. And she's like, all right, you know what? You think if you've won, but you see my technique, what I do now. And she does the neck cracking thing. I knew she was going to do that, and I was like, oh my god. uh Obviously, mundane man was not impressed. Maybe if she did a little sneeze as well, he probably would have been a little bit impressed, but unfortunately she did not do that. So yeah, that's a shame. Anyways, mundane man leaves. And he's like, what exactly is she trying to do? uh that was funny. All right, anyways, next scene we see Rose trying to run away, and one of the guards comes in and tries to attack her. She attacks him back, and she says like, oh, that's not a vital point, I heard, so you can, if you take medical attention soon, you'll be fine. And Rose runs away in the other direction, clutching her chest. Obviously her possession is kind of deteriorating, I'm guessing. And that's where it ended. Another great episode. We see mundane man in action, and I'm kind of curious, is Iris actually going to fight Sid? That'll be interesting. Like, I'm pretty sure Aneros will be battling Sid before that, so I'm sure Sid will defeat Aneros. But then what? Will Iris fight Sid? I don't know. Let's see. Let's wait and see. Either way. But no, wait a minute. Aneros and not Aneros. Sorry, Sid and Iris are should be on the same team, shouldn't they? Like, same country they're coming from, so will they be fighting? I'm not sure. Anyways, let's wait for it. Yeah, great episode. So yeah, another very funny episode. And yeah, that was hilarious. The sneeze and the neck cracking, that was too good. Wow, this anime comes up with some crazy stuff, and I love it. So yeah, that is it. That's my reaction to episode number 16 of the Eminence in Shadow. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe. If you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And yeah, that is it. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of the Eminence in Shadow. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.